What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here for a mail day / card show pickups day video. A little behind on this and recording this one a little early. So this is probably going to post on a Monday or Tuesday. I'm actually recording it late the week prior, just getting a little ahead of the game on content and before this pile gets too out of control. So when I'm talking about these cards, I'm actually recording this on MLB opening day. We got some of the PC Project cards. We got a couple card show pickup cards and some mail day stuff. So like, comment, subscribe. Let's go ahead and dive in. Try to keep this one a little on the shorter side. We'll start with the PC Project first. For those that may remember, I am picking up, I may be shifting this a little bit. I'd originally said I wanted to try to put together the mid-90s Indians lineup. The problem is I'm having trouble finding pack-pulled Eddie Murray and Paul Sorrento Indians uniformed cards. Once again, I want on-car auto in an Indians uniform is the two main requirements, and I haven't been able to find it yet. They may not even exist. I don't know. So I may have to tweak it a little bit and expand, but so far we've been sticking pretty close to it. So I got 3 cards from that. I think these were all Com-C pickups. First up, nothing crazy. Well, Jose Mesa, the Indians closer during the mid-90s. He was absolutely dominant in 94 and 95 and 96 too, I believe. He has had some massive seasons. So figured I would pick up their main closer from those years. Not sure who I'm going to go for starting pitcher yet either. Charles Nagy is kind of like the obvious one. Dennis Martinez was really important to that team back in the day as well, but I think Nagy is probably the obvious choice. Maybe I could cheat a little bit and go for Bartolo Colon, but he was a little bit later than the 95 team. So, but got the Mesa. Pretty cool one there. Carlos Baerga. I could have went Robbie Alomar here, but Baerga was on the 95 team, and I have much more fonder memories of him as a kid than I do Robbie Alomar. But cool looking card here. It's numbered out of 399 or something. I didn't really care about that. I just liked how big and bold the auto was on this. And he's in I really love that Indians jersey, the blue with the red lettering. So got that one knocked out. And then one of the cooler ones from Topps Archives, Sandy Alomar Jr. A must if you're going to put something like this together. So this was from Topps Archives. Cool Sandy Alomar Jr. auto card. So we got 3 check marked off the list there to go with the 2 we had previously, which was the Vizquel and the Manny Ramirez. And I actually just purchased another one, and it is on the way. So the big ones that I am missing, there's 3 key ones that I'm missing: Lofton, Bell, and Tomey. One of those 3 is actually on its way to me right now. I just pulled the trigger on that early this morning. So that'll be another one off the list. And then I'm actually getting pretty close to being done. I got to kind of figure out what I want to do with some of the odds and ends of things there. So I think my favorite one so far is the Ramirez, just because I was such a Manny Ramirez fan when he was on the Indians. Omar Vizquel's autograph, I think I have gotten about 25 times. As a kid, I would go to Indian spring training a lot, and he would sign for days. I have tons of programs autographed by Omar. And then the Sandy Alomar, the Baerga, and the Mesa. So that's that little project, kind of well on its way. Another, and this is an Indians card, but I didn't necessarily buy this because he played for, well, I guess the Guardians now technically, for this player. And I've showed this on Dakota's live stream recently, and I think maybe on one of my live streams as well. This is just a set and a card that I just feel are too cheap. So it could play out, it could not pay out. I don't really know, but they are gorgeous looking cards. So worst case scenario, I would be able to trade this locally very easily to probably at least get my money back out of it. And that is a Jose Ramirez out of Topps Dynasty. I think this is from 2020. I don't remember. It might be 2021. 2019, actually. This is numbered to 10. Game used patch, on card auto, and the patches on these just look fantastic. I got this, I think, for 125 bucks on auction. It just seemed like a no-brainer. I don't care that it's not rookie year. It's an absolutely disgusting 3-color patch with bold stitching, and then the on-card auto. Just gorgeous looking cards. I talked about this in the video with Filmington last week, and these just seem to me, and I could be wrong. I don't know the high-end baseball product super well, but I just look at these and what the other ones sell for in other sports, and these just seem ridiculously cheap, especially for star players. So that was that pickup. And spoilers, I have another one of these that we'll see here in a couple of minutes with a different player. This is super random. This might be one of the most random cards I ever bought. This was running on eBay auction, and I just threw a low dollar bid on it. I think I paid 40 bucks for this card, maybe $45 for this card. And I really don't know why I bought it. I think it's because I bought the Nolan Ryan, a month ago now. And this is in line with that. People are going to see this and they're going to be like, what the hell? This is like the most random card you've ever bought. And they would not be wrong. A Dennis Eckersley BGS 9.5 on card from Topps Tribute. I really like the way these Topps Tribute autos look. To get a Hall of Fame pitcher auto for 45 bucks, already graded in a BGS 9.5. And a BGS 9.5 on this is not, that's nothing to laugh at. This is a thicker card. So I don't know. Why I bought this, I don't know, but it looks really cool. It's a gorgeous looking auto. It does have the 10 auto grade on the back on this. So really cool looking card. If I was setting up at a show, I would put this out. Like I would move this for sure. No idea what it's worth. I guess it's worth 40, 45 bucks because that's what I paid for it. But, we'll see what happens. Really just a cool looking card. Like I said, I threw a $50 bid on it. I didn't think it would stick, and it did. So here we are. Sometimes that stuff just happens. 2 left, and one's really nice. They're both really nice, actually. One's a rookie, one's a non-rookie. We're going to dive back into Topps Dynasty again. And this time, a Ronald Acuna Jr. This is out of 2021, I believe. Yeah, 2021. It is PSA slab. That is not graded, though. The person that I bought it off of just had it authenticated. Why, I don't know. I would rather just have it in the mag than in this. So it's just labeled as trading card auto authentic. It's whatever. It's still a sick looking card. Once again, on card auto, numbered out of 10, 3-color patch, and an absolutely, give you guys the zoom in on this one. Absolutely amazing looking patch on this card. Great looking card. Good auto. Yeah, Acuna's autos can be a little iffy sometimes, but pretty solid auto. But that patch on this is just ridiculous. These cards just look so good in hand, and I cannot stop looking at these. So Acuna, and this was one that I talked about. I mentioned this specific situation with Filmington the other day. I paid 500 bucks for this. That's the same price as his rookie refractor auto goes for. I know this is non-rookie, but if Acuna, and I'm not saying I'm going to sit on this card for 10 or 15 years. I could potentially, I guess. But if the opportunity came to flip it, I probably would. But regardless, for around the same price as what I could get his base refractor for, I could get something like this. This just seems like a no-brainer. This is going to be way more unique, and there's a chance that, you might not be comps on it. You can kind of almost set your own price for it on stuff like this. So absolutely gorgeous looking card. And once again, I cannot stop looking at Topps Dynasty specifically. The last one is a player we've talked about before, and I showed this on IG about a week ago now when this video is going up. The player himself is very well established. He has multiple MVPs. He could have a really big season. He had a really big last season. He does have a lot of rookie cards. He kind of has a weird auto situation going on. And this was the card show pickup. The Acuna was eBay. Everything else in that stack was eBay pickups. This last one was a card show pickup. And I almost didn't go to the show. This was the Youngstown show. It's about an hour drive. That show's been a hit or miss for me in the past. But I didn't have anything going on, so I ran down there. And one of the dealers had a Bryce Harper Bowman Chrome 2011 rookie auto. BGS 9510, True Gem as well, which is a key here. So I asked him what he had on it, and I actually looked at one of these at Shipshawana as well, but they were a little bit higher. I said, what do you got on it? And he said 850. And in my mind, I said, okay. I said, I'm going to walk around a little bit. And I walked away from the table. I don't like checking comps at the table unless we're having like an active conversation. So I took like 3 or 4 steps away and pulled up comps on it and saw that the last few had done, I think 11 or 1150 on this card was the last comp in a BGS 9.5 with multiple sales over $1,000. And I was thinking, okay, like I understand why Harper doesn't get a lot of love. He's kind of got a weird rookie card situation. He's kind of a prick, I guess, but he is a 2-time MVP. The Phillies look loaded this year. He could have another absolutely monster season. And the fact that he was at $850 cash for it, which was already a nice hefty discount over the last few comps. I did go back and I was like, would you do 8? And he said, no, I got to be firm at $850. He said he was actually into it for $1,000. So he was taking a loss on the card. So I said, okay. I said, I'll take it. I said, I had to run to the bank and get cash. He didn't want to do PayPal, but my bank was right across the street. So ran and got the money out, and I didn't have quite 800 on me, and picked this up for $850 cash, which seems like a steal. I actually have a couple people locally that have already reached out to me since my IG post and have said, hey, are you looking to move that Harper? If so, let me know. That's part of the reason why I'm recording this video now, because there is a show this weekend, or this past weekend when I'm recording this. I hate recording early. It throws me all off. So there's a decent chance this might actually get traded this Saturday or this past Saturday in Hartville. We'll see in a video soon to come. But I actually picked up a second Harper auto just tonight on my slabs. I swooped in, coming to a mail day. Spoilers for an upcoming mail day video. There was a Bowman Prospects, so the paper auto, PSA 10, popped up on my slabs for $650. So I snagged that one. And that was also a pretty good deal. I'll get into the details on that once the card's in hand. So, but yeah. Goes to show that all it takes is one card to really make a show. This was the only card that I bought. I wasn't there for very long. But this made it worth the drive by far. By far and away, this made it worth running down there real quick. I also just get to talk to a bunch of people too. I know a lot of people that go to that show. So we'll see what happens to the Harper. I just think that his stuff is, I get why it is like it is, but I just feel like if he has an absolutely monster season, that his stuff could potentially shoot up. So those are probably the 2 coolest cards that I picked up. This Jose Ramirez is also pretty nice as well. So curious for your thoughts. Which one of those 3 is your favorite? I'll leave the Eckersley and the PC cards out of the mix here, but I think the one that has the most potential is the Harper, to be honest, just given, I mean, like, when you look at that for $850 versus what some of the kids are selling for now that just got called up that haven't done anything, I'll take a risk on that Harper for $850. That just seemed like a no-brainer. But that's all I have for you guys and girls. Like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, fire them in the comments down below. We'll catch you guys and girls on the next one. Peace.